Welcome everyone, Christine here with my campaign guide as Elspeth von Draken in Total War Warhammer 3 Thrones of Decay. We start with Spearmen with Shield, Swordsmen, Nuln Ironsides, Handgunners, Cannons, and a Hellstorm Rocket Battery. We are the Artillery Master in this particular campaign. And we're going to want to take advantage of the artillery power as well as the handgunner power. First things first, we're going to get the Firearms Academy to get the Witch Hunter, and then we're also going to get the Warrior Priest. We're also going to get the Clergy of Sigmar to improve our Warrior Priest capacity. But before we do that, we're going to get a non-aggression pact and the declaration of war against the Red Horn. Beastmen over here with Sterling for 2k gold. We're going to get the non-aggression pact and declaration of war against Kazrak right here. Although you can fight Karl Franz if you want to do so. And that will be about it. So I have 5k gold, I need 7,500 gold for Marksman of the Empire. This gives you Electrocount State Troopers. She unlocks Electrocount State Troopers in the exact same way as Gelt through research for 7,500 gold. So over here, I am using auto-resolve mods, but if you're fighting this in vanilla, I'd firmly recommend you fight these battles manually. Between your artillery and gunpowder units as well as her magic, and honestly her damage resistance capability, because she has the Dark Walker ability for physical resistance, you have an army that can take very, very little damage over here. And generally speaking, you will get a better auto-resolve result. Just make sure you kill the enemy lord in the battle. Go over here for the money. So we got a bit more cash over there, but not quite enough for our needs. We're gonna fight this battle, take the settlement, sack it, and that's going to put us at the gold requirement. You don't want to recruit any units on turn 1. You'll always get the iron mining pit over here in this particular settlement. You could recruit pistoliers if you really want to, but it's just far more valuable to get Marksman of the Empire in this particular situation. There's also another benefit that I'll cover in turn 2. Get the increased mobility for both Elspeth and Engineer. Get Inspiring Presence over here for a 75 armor experience. And get the upgrade for Gunner Infantry right there. That's going to give us extra gold and an item that we are going to equip on him for ammunition, fire resistance, all that. Because Elspeth can't equip it. You need to be an engineer or master engineer for some of this stuff. Okay, so that's turn 1 decision. Now, let's talk about the Red Horns. They have an army over here, but for the most part, they're either going to be wiped out against Sturland or Averheim or even the Changeling. My objective here is I'm going to take this entire province, get that Witch Hunter, get that Warrior Priest, then go over here for Solent. But the natural thing you might think would be to deal with these Greenskins, but we're going to bypass these Greenskins, deal with the Savage Orcs that are a Horde army, and then go deal with Belegar, or deal with Belegar's enemies. So, let me just end that turn. Over there. And see what happens. Now, the Electrocount State Troopers can be instantly recruited the moment you finish the research. So, Elspeth and Gelt, you can get those Electrocount State Troopers faster than anyone else. Gelt, especially because he can print money, so he doesn't have the same issue as Elspeth, but both of them can get those Electrocount State Troopers very, very quickly. And that's something you want to do. Oh. By the way, you might be tempted to declare war on Karak Norn. Just keep in mind you start with the trade agreement with them. So if you break that, your reliability is going to go in the gutter, and a lot of factions are going to dislike you. So you'll actually end up losing on the diplomatic front, and you'll end up losing a lot of money in the long term. It's just better to sack this initial settlement. That will give you the money you need. Beastmen might attack you, but they can't take Nuln. The garrison, like, you could genuinely auto-resolve the Battle of Nuln if they try and attack you. And now we can get Clergy of Sigmar. But let's just get those Electrocount State Troopers over here before the battle. There's always going to be a Lord that's going to be present here. A couple of units. Could be a Necromancer. Could be a regular Vampire Lord. And over here we're going to sack the settlement and then take it over. So that's going to reduce it by 1. And what I've noticed is that if you take this settlement, if you sack the settlement and take it over, you won't face a rebellion in Nuln, you will get that barracks. You may not get that barracks if you just occupy the settlement, because it is a tier 2 settlement. There's also a chance you may get the student over here after that battle. You could honestly just cheese it, like save before the battle, auto-resolve it. Even in vanilla, you should be able to auto-resolve that battle. Get pistol core until you get the student. Student decreases research rate, so Clergy of Sigmar would be done in Clergy of Sigmar would be done in 2 turns. In 6 turns rather than 7. But it's not strictly necessary. Okay, so over here we want to repair all of this. We don't want to repair the barracks, mind you. So repair all of this. Get those spearmen with shields. We're not going to keep the barracks here. We could, truthfully, maybe there is an argument to be made in favor of keeping it. But don't bother repairing military recruitment structures because you're not losing anything from them being damaged. You just won't be able to upgrade them once you get this element to a higher level. So we're getting that State Trooper levy for local recruitment capacity. Next up is a siege against Fyldorf, and I'll just cover something about sieges very quickly. In sieges, it really depends on the settlement type. There are certain settlements where, regardless of how you approach, you're always going to be shot up by towers. But you do have artillery. Hellstorms themselves, while not the best at destroying towers, can destroy walls. So you may want to use the cannons to destroy the wall towers. You would want to use the Hellstorms to target a section of the wall. They're going to struggle to hit units behind the wall, though. So over here, we just go over here for the settlement. We get even more money because we upgraded the main settlement building. We're going to get this witch hunter right here. We're going to get another lord. I'm going to go with the master engineer. You can go with whichever lord choice you want. And we want to get outriders and handgunners. Now, there are several things. The reason I recruited this army in this settlement is if the beastmen attack, they're going to attack that particular settlement. So that's just something you want to pay attention to. So over here with the siege, let's just take a look at the settlement layout so I can explain how this is going to work. Just very quickly. So this is the kind of settlement layout because it's basically a dwarf layout. But this is the kind of, well, it's not really a dwarf layout, it's an imperial layout. Pretty unique. But regardless, there are going to be towers that you're going to have to attack, but there's also going to be sections where either the tower coverage is minimal, maybe there's 1 tower. If it's 2 towers, that's pretty bad. But really, when you're dealing with vampire counts, because they don't have any range units, and you have a lot of range units, destroy the walls, destroy the wall towers in a section, and then use your range units and magic to kill them. You can genuinely win this battle with literally no casualties. No freaking joke on that. Sack that settlement. Occupy it. Build a barracks. Yes, a barracks. You'll see why. Because we're not going to stay here. The natural thing would be to go wipe out the greenskins, but we don't want to do so. Get pistol core final level. Get more increased mobility over here. We're going to go pay a visit to Belgar. Get monstrous impact over here. The way schematics work is whenever you fight a battle with gunpowder units in your army and you're attacking with that army, not the secondary army. So this army that doesn't have any units, if I attacked with this lord, I will gain no schematics. So it's the army that's attacking or defending, the principal army, the one you start with. That's the one that needs to have gunpowder units in order for you to gain schematics. It's also against enemies that have gunpowder units, so be aware of that particular dynamic. Now over here, get the trade agreement with Karl Franz, and also get the trade agreement and non-aggression pact with Kern, because you don't want them to declare war on you, for instance. Anyway, so end this turn. Now, I just want to recruit a bunch of handgunners over there, because that is going to complete the first Imperial, the first tier of the Imperial Gunnery School that is Elspeth's unique campaign mechanic. The reason I built the barracks is I am going to sell Fyldorf right now. Don't worry, we'll come back. So we got those handgunners. We got the first tier completed over here. We got the second tier unlocked. Or rather, I need another gunnery school upgrade. Move Elspeth here. Get that witch hunter. There's pros and cons with this approach. I might want to take him out after the battle, but that's fine. We declare war on these guys. Fight them. You may want to corner camp this battle because there's these savage orc boar boys and they got such a charge bonus and they will try and flank you, though truth be told they would be obliterated over here in this particular battle. Try and minimize casualties here. This is actually going to be important. Okay, so now with Elspeth we just force march our way here. Okay. And the goal is to beat Belegar to Carcassor. You may want to remove the Witch Hunter from the army, but over here we're just gonna get a lot of money from those greenskins. Don't worry, we'll kill them. Get on aggression pact to Caragnorn. Though be afraid of Durfu, because if you become too friendly with Caragnorn, he is gonna declare war on you. Okay, so 5 turns over there. Let's switch to the commandment that gives you get another outrider. I'm only recruiting 2 units because when you switch the commandment around like that, it's not going to recruit that. We got the second tier over there of the Imperial Gunnery School, and we can equip another item on our engineer over here. So get that weapon. It's really useful. Missile explosion damage. And over here, get more piercing shots. I know, not gonna get any replenishment over here, but truthfully, the army is not really damaged. So over here, we're gonna keep recruiting units, gonna get that warrior priest, and what we're gonna do over here is march on Carcassor and try and take it before Belegar. It is very doable if you don't go for Steingart and you don't fight the battle for Fort Sol as quickly as possible. Are those beastmen still alive? Yes. So they might attack me. So that's the reason I have an army over here in this particular settlement. And I'm going to keep that army over there. And let's see what happens. Okay, so over here in this campaign, Stirland ended up suffering quite a bit from both the Beastmen and the Changeling. So we are going to want to confederate them as quickly as we possibly can. We're going to want a trade agreement with them. Military access pact with Karl. And now this is of course a problem, because we don't have an army here, nor can we recruit one. We can obviously use global recruitment, but this will bankrupt me. But it can work out in quite a few ways, so it may be worth doing. There's also the Moot, but I'm gonna sell that to Averheim. Now, Averheim does have a tendency to either take Flamesburg or Needling, depending on which one is destroyed. I am just going to get all their money. So leaving them bankrupt is actually going to... Because now they're bankrupt. They're actually negative, so they won't be able to take those settlements right now. Which is ideal from my perspective because of obvious reasons. We also got rid of the Moot, which, yeah, we couldn't afford anyway. Now, I still have plenty of money, so it's not really a problem. But yeah, get more spearmen with shields. I may want to get more handgunner units here. Yeah, let's just do that, because we're getting plenty of spearmen with shields anyway. The timing of the Confederation with Stirland is obviously going to depend a lot on the RNG that you have in your campaign. So sometimes Stirland, usually it's when Stirland loses a lot of its units. Now over here we can see Belegar, but he doesn't have enough movement range. He will always act like this, or almost always act like this. You may fail this, but it's not the end of the world if you do. Just be aware of what's going on here. You might lose some time, worst case scenario, but like, yeah, just attack Fort Sol after. It's worth it to sell all of this to Greenskin, so they're not going to take this particular settlement. We do have rampaging beastmen around them. Or maybe the Changeling destroyed that particular settlement. Selling them to Averheim does two things. One, it deprives them of money, and two, it opens up the possibility that they're going to get screwed by Vlad. So that's one of the reasons you want to do it. So Belegar is not going to take that settlement just yet. He's going to move oh, they actually did get the money. Okay, fair enough. Bloody hell. Okay then. Okay. It's not the end of the world. We can work with this. So, Belegar, we did get vision with Belegar, so we're just going to declare war on these fellows right here. I feel like I should teleport Elspeth, but we can worry about that later. So there's the Changeling. Beastman's still on the damn prowl. We got that second warrior priest soon enough. 4 turns, so we want to keep that for the moment. And now we can deal with this. Like, did Belegar lose? No. When you're attacking a settlement, if there's an army right outside of the settlement, it's actually far more beneficial to attack that army, because realistically you can let them get away and then just take over the settlement and get more post-battle loot. And besides, when you take over the settlement, you'll always get... Let's get that mortar. Get rid of the swordsman because we don't need them anymore.
For the Empire.
So I'm a bit concerned here. But regardless, we're just gonna move him here. Get more spearmen with shields. Right, in this situation. Save up with Elspeth. Get piercing shots. So these guys, they could try and come after me, or most likely they're gonna go after Belegar. It's weird that he retreated. Usually he would be right very close to the settlement, but I don't know what happened there. But that's the thing, a campaign does have this level of variety. When I'm making guides, all I can give you is a broader picture of things you should do, dependent on the situation you find yourself. But most of the time you can beat Belegar. Yeah, as you can see, he destroyed that army. Now we can get the Garden of Moor to help us out with the Greenskins, but that's not strictly necessary in this particular situation. So we just keep recruiting troops, we'll be fine. Okay, what do you want? No. I've pissed off Durfu enough, by the way, so just be careful of military casualties. We'll deal with the Changeling in due course. So he's still there.
What do you require?
We will teleport to that settlement. So we move right here to the border. We give Belegar Karakazor. And he's going to give us tons and tons of money for it. You may also want to repair it when you take it over. Now, this is going to give us vision with a bunch of factions, and that will open up diplomatic possibilities with these factions. Though I'm not going to get trade agreement right now. Declare war on the Black Pit tribe because they're not really a threat to us. Carl is fine. Okay. Right. So we got a military alliance with Belegar right there. That's a lot of gunpowder units, I know. I could get some zealots. Well, some flagellants, right? So, no problem. Okay, over here, we don't have enough for more upgrades just yet. Are Beastmen still around? Yeah, that's a problem. I was kind of hoping they'd be wiped out. But if they want to stick around, let them. Now, the Changeling's army, it's not really a joke. We're just going to get some archers because there's a limit to how many gunpowder units you want in your army, to be quite blunt about it. And I've kind of reached that point, to be quite frank about it. I'm going to set up a Garden of Moor over here in this settlement. And what we're going to do with here, we're going to get the Spellcaster, because we want to get some Battle Wizards. You can get rid of the structures in a Garden of Moor. So yeah. So now
Empire.
we move him here.
The
We
constituent
get those
elements must be
flagellants.
strong.
You can see there's an army here, but it's not their principal army.
Or I'll
Because their principal army is here.
further it.
And we'll be able to sneak up on them. Or if they move their army to Fyodorf, you just attack that very, very quickly with Elspeth.
Lady of Shaiish.
Also, there's agreements you can make with the border princes. An alternative to what I'm doing is you could go after Scrag if you want to. That would relieve a lot of the pressure on Belagar, who could go deal with other things in this situation. But regardless, confederating Scotland, given everything that happens in their campaign, is very much a given. That is an unfortunate decision.
All according to plan.
Right there. I would not be able to necessarily win that battle. Although, yeah,
Invention is my gift.
we can win this siege, no problem.
Imperial scholar.
Do I want to go that far?
I protect the Empire, either side of the way.
So take this element. Now I can deal with these guys with the garrison.
In
So
innovation.
that's not really a concern as much. Alright, Beastmen.
Heals us. Burdened with
These guys are nothing. We're gonna get a confident mage. So they're moving against me. Yeah, getting a bunch of alliances with the minor factions does bite you in the ass.
Let me take a look at you.
Okay, siege tank, we can win. It's just goblins.
Follow
Siege
your
tank
orders.
power.
Take them down. Say not that we are
It's gonna cost us, but yeah. We can even win the battle here.
Guard yourselves.
Because again, siege
This is
tank.
it, men. Someone take
No
cover
joke.
on the defenses.
No freaking joke right there.
Who calls?
Deliver your message.
On it.
Do you know who I am? The Empire.
They're not desperate enough for my liking.
Onward. Honor to your on then. So,
Okay, so what do we do here? We declare war on Ostermark because they're gonna be wiped out anyway.
the
And if they don't, well, good for them. We just need the money.
My inventions serve the Empire.
Now, this battle is not strictly winnable, not like this. So we're gonna put an ambush. This is gonna be complicated. Quite a bit.
For the
Yeah, thanks, Averheim. You really screwed the pooch on that one, didn't you?
wielder of the pale
Alright,
side.
get rid of these guys. We don't need them.
Opponents.
This is why I hate making alliances with minor factions, because they always do this crap. They always get you in trouble. Let's declare war on Oslan. That should be the solution right there.
Do you know who I am?
Sigma's will. Is it time? Or yes. Who calls?
I'm not sure what Vlad is doing for a moment, but
One rat.
it's okay.
What you want?
For now.
Ready to swordfish.
What?
I'm concerned about Vlad,
The forest
but yeah.
calls.
Compelled by good sense.
Can't win that. As much as the siege tank is freaking awesome, can't really afford it. Just merge these guys because I need them more money. So hopefully the beastmen fall into my lovely ambush right there.
Ever upwards, eh? Pioneer of progress.
Von Draken.
Gem Master of Ballistics here. I was kind of hoping to, you know, take Fort Sol, declare war on my turns, but yeah. It is a natural tendency to declare war on various factions. Paying the price for that. So let's see what these guys do. We do actually have a decent level of success chance right there. What I'm kind of wondering is whether or not Talabayam, really? Screw you. Oh well. So let's see if the Beastmen take the bait. I did end up losing money on the whole thing. Ouch. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt a lot. All I'm gonna say is GTFO, thank you very much. Okay. Do nothing. Ignore that for a moment. So we can win this battle.
Advance on them.
As for Elspeth, we're gonna eat the changeling for lunch. Yeah, this is very easy.
No mercy. I shall begin modifications.
So thanks, Averheim. You really did wonders for me. I admit that was great. That was superb. Okay, enough whining. What do I do now? Kill the changeling.
Yes.
Then the beastman. How do we do that, though?
Death takes the
Well, that lovely Garden of Moor is not gonna
So many ideas.
activate itself.
Progress.
Alright, we teleported over here.
Is my gift. Imperial scholar.
amethyst mage.
We can
Sigmar guides us.
actually transfer all of these units to... he has a chance of ambushing me, so it's not gonna work. Move her.
For the
We
Empire.
could lure the beastmen, though. So we were just going to do that.
Men look askance at my side.
We're gonna lure them into hopefully attacking us. At this juncture. One more turn.
So many
Financial situation is improving. So, Vlad might declare war on me, but I can defeat him. Smash him to pieces. It's always the fun thing when you hold up all the cards in a campaign, as opposed to the guy that is just an annoyance. Make sure you upgrade your cannons. You can also upgrade the Hellstorms. Getting to tier 3 is a bit of an annoyance, but regardless. So there's going to be some rebellions here. They're going to crop up soon enough, but I can deal with those. So yeah, the Changeling does have a tendency of being pretty passive. Now, one of the things you gotta be concerned of with regards to the Gardens of Moor is that there is a bug in the current version where if the vampire counts specifically, I think, if they take a settlement that has one, it's gonna cause crashes in your campaign. So just be aware of that. Yep. As very much expected, because that's what I wanted to. Lure them to attack an army that seems defenseless. They get obliterated. AI abusability in a nutshell. Okay, over here we can get another warrior priest. I think. Do I want to send him there or do I want to keep him here? I think I want to keep him here. Because we're gonna need them for the rebellion.
Let us forge our faith.
Okay, so over here, move him in that particular settlement. We may prevent the rebellion altogether, though, which is not necessarily my intent right there. Okay. So right here, we're gonna get another mage, because, yeah, hero capacity. Money seems like a problem, but it's really not. Okay, so get all of this stuff back to Elspeth's lovely army. So we're at 17 units. We got 10 turns for that.
Rider of the dragon in Carmine.
Pioneer of progress.
Man, now we're gonna destroy the changeling.
For the Empire. For Sigma and
Like, this army doesn't need an explanation why this would... I probably would be able to even auto-resolve this in vanilla. Okay, so get the money.
cruel. We do not need to be.
Ah,
For
interesting.
Lina and Nuln.
Burden
So now, we can go deal with Vlad.
Lady of Shaiish.
This is a far trickier battle, not gonna lie. But again, is a perfectly manageable affair. Okay. Now, over here, we may want to switch to this. We got our casters. And now we go to war with Sylvania. Vlad may be the aggressor in certain campaigns you play. You don't need more than one army, by the way, to deal with this.
so many ideas.
Amethyst Majesty.
Although, I think I do need more.
Are all fit.
I'm going to disband this particular army. It was a bit unfortunate what happened with Stirland. You may confederate Stirland when... Okay, hold on a second. Let's merge these guys together.
Grand inventor. Expert in innovation.
Alright.
Imperial scholar.
These soldiers shall be most fortunate.
So now, we can go
Exhaustion
over
and
there.
Sloth are mere words. Time cannot.
We can sell this to either Averheim
Welcome, my countrymen.
or Talabheim. So, Word Band. Okay. They don't have any money though. Hilarity. I want to know how they got the money to recover the lost settlement. Either way. Start getting magical ability. You can also get
This
Imperial Gunnery.
belongs in my archives.
Get Triangulation.
The
Vlad did escape, but that's fine. It's actually better if you don't kill him. Like, if he escapes like this. Because if he doesn't
Yes,
get destroyed, if he does get destroyed completely, he's just going to recover very, very quickly in the next turn. Okay, over here we want to get this entire building chain to Imperial Architects.
What are we if we do not advance?
Okay, Hammer of Sigmar, Replenishment, more than Replenishment, Impassioned. For the Caster Spitter Leech, Life Leeching, as well as Soul Blight. By the way, one of the things that really helps with dealing with Vlad is having Accusation on a Witch Hunter, because it just means that when your gunpowder unit start obliterating Vlad, it is gonna hurt.
welcome.
We are gonna work towards that Confederation with them.
Yes,
Understand though that there is a penalty with Confederation for several turns, so I'm not gonna be able to do it quite as quickly in this situation. But yeah, the road to Stirland is open. So the hard part, quote unquote, of this particular campaign is finished, essentially. Like, it's all about engineering that situation with Vlad. It may happen differently, but basically, yeah, use a Garden of War to teleport over here to Stirland. Make sure that when you're teleporting, Vlad isn't about to destroy the settlement, because you will probably have a game crash right there, and you won't be able to continue your campaign. So keep that in mind. So yeah, over here I'm gonna keep building troops and get this to tier 3. We're gonna get this to tier 2, get the captain finally from that particular settlement. Sell Workband to these fellows right here. We want the Electrocount, the Knights of More Electrocount State Troopers. We can actually get rid of this, by the way. So we're gonna get some cavalry. I could have waited an extra turn with Vlad, but it was just like that convenient situation right there. And yeah, he wouldn't have won that battle. Like, easily, I would have smashed him. Like, with these handgunners would have torn him to shreds, the spearmen would have held the line. So yeah. That's what you need to know about that kind of situation. Okay, several turns have passed. I've taken Drakenhof with Elspeth. It's just really... Drakenhof has walls that have no towers on many sections of said walls, and so you end up in a great position right there to be able to take it without any real casualties. Even if Vlad is inside the settlement, is a good way of dealing with that. Get the Trickster armor over there for her. And over here, I am going to get Nuln to tier 3 soon enough. We are going to face rebellions there, but quite interestingly, we can confederate Talabiam. Now, there's fairly high chances that in your campaign you are probably going to be able to confederate Talabiam, because either Festus destroys the city of Talabiam itself. Now, unfortunately, in this kind of situation, I didn't get a Cafe caravan from the Burning Nomads. So I can't get vision with Gelt just yet. Truth be told, I can form an alliance with him from a distance eventually, and that will give me vision with Gelt.
Consider this meeting merely a stay of
Okay, get that peace agreement. And Vlad threw a lot of things against me, but it's not really a concern. Like, the level of power that Vlad would have to throw against you as a player in this particular campaign for him to actually cause any real casualties, and that's a lot of halberdiers. Sterling. It's Sterling, what am I talking about? Sell this to Averheim.
And make your offer. Agreed.
The Changeling does have... will have a settlement there. We did get that... or rather, I got that... particular benefit. I am somewhat tempted to dismiss this army. Let's just dismiss the Spearmen with Shields, one of the Imperial Knights. Try and make it work, right? Because many times when you confederate a faction, you certainly wouldn't get this kind of benefit in terms of confederation, right? We can get another engineer right here. Next turn, not this one. Can do a couple of declarations of war with the vision that I got granted. It might be beneficial to put a Garden of Moor in Talabiam. Okay, let's just get that extra money. So Festus... Oh, I see. That's the reason I'm going bankrupt. Okay.
My decision will be correct.
So let's just get rid of him. Yeah, that will solve a lot of the problems there. But still tempted. Let's get rid of these two. Still won't solve the problem. I really am obviously not gonna... Her war with Festus is not to my liking. Because obviously I want the Imperial territory myself. Very clear-cut reasons. But once you get vision with Cafe, like if you can get the Burning Nomads quickly in a campaign, or the Burning Wind Nomads in a campaign pretty quickly, you are going to be in a better situation right there. We're going to declare war on the World Walkers right there. And yeah, rebellions are going to kick in right now. 2 turns. So because I took Drakenhof, I'm certainly going to get a rebellion right here. But it's not really a problem. Here I'm tempted to just get rid of one of these guys. Actually, yeah. Just
the arena and
Merge these
Nuln.
two, get these
You join
guys.
the host.
The new regiment renown. Let's check the gunnery school. What is available? Mortars, Outriders. Let's go with Outriders and also Mortars. We just need to get the tier 3 settlement. That's more money. Good. From completing the objective. Now, what am I doing here, you might ask? Well, where do I have a freaking captain? Please tell me I don't have one. Oh yeah, sorry, already recruited him. Shouldn't have dismissed the captain then. Yeah, that's on me. Whatever. Okay, so rebellion there, no problem. We deal with it. Miao Ying has shown up. You gotta love Drakenov getting all the Kafane caravans. It's like, we're gonna go trade with the evil vampires. That makes total sense for Cathay, who, by the way, despises vampires. For bloody good reason, I would add. So, I might get to rebellion now in Nuln. Very likely. So, I'm just going to deal with that. Deal with the rebellion that's gonna kick up in Solent. Deal with the rebellion that's gonna kick up in Talabayam. Confederation penalty. But eventually, I should be able to confederate Averheim. We can also declare war on the Greenskins. Alright, so get the quest bell. That's gonna be fun. Right, you want to deal with this quest bell. Ignore that for a moment. Because obviously the money is very powerful. Keep in mind, however, that the quest bell you see there is not of the easy variety, so just remember that aspect.
Lord Darkness, it is an immense greed. I am the
Give me guilt. Eventually.
Wielder of the pale scythe. Send these spirits
Regardless, here, deal with the rebellion. Silver ranked units.
They consume
Nasty.
our supplies. Get rid of them. For Nuln, for the Empire.
Alright, so he's gonna retreat. That's gonna give me the vision I need. Since he retreated, we attack
For
him.
Sigmar and Bari- Bring
Post-battle
them
loot benefits.
War is cruel. We do not. I protect
And
the
then take
Empire.
that
Either
settlement.
side of
Vlad is screwing around somewhere. Not quite sure where, honestly. I don't care. Okay, so we got the new regiment renown. I don't need it
Work to do in pursuit of
just
knowledge.
yet. Yeah, one more turn there. Several turns right there. Oof.
I will marshal the men.
Rebellion here.
Yes, my lord.
Gonna get some crossbows. The reason I'm getting extra recruitment capacity is I have delivery. We could set up another garden. But reasoning is I want another caster. Yes, I know financially I'm screwing myself, but
I am.
we got solutions for that too.
Not be intimidated.
Oh, he's losing. Why is it every time that I play a campaign as the freaking play a campaign like this, I get screwed so hard by my allies being utter cretins? I'm not joking. Like, I've literally played quite a few campaigns as of late. Malachi, dwarves, Empire. It's like it's always the world is burning. Go fix it. Fun experience, I gotta tell you. No, Shield of Faith. It's more important. Though Faith's Passion is, of course, Erding. So Purple Sun. Put him in this army. So we're gonna get that rebellion 2 turns from now.
Imperial
He's at
scholar.
18 units. I know. Bankruptcy imminent.
Champion of an easy endeavor.
But there's something I'm going to do with this army.
For the Empire.
But first, we want to be in a position here to deal with that rebellion. We're gonna get another one here. And maybe I can even prevent myself from going out of money. But that's where the quest battles come in. I'm not going to show the Gotrek and Felix battle over here in this video because I've shown it plenty of times. Here's what you need to know about the Gotrek and Felix battle. With the Gotrek and Felix battle, the key is, obviously your range units are going to have to do a lot of the heavy lifting. Besides, I will not fight the Gotrek and Felix battle in this situation because Vlad is still Vlad, right? I can fight her quest battle and win it, but I would rather not fight the Gotrek and Felix battle right now. I'm going to rely on Talabayam to be able to get delivery. Although, pros and cons. Like, truth be told, either of these can probably get it just as quickly. But yeah, you do want this quest item. I am going to fight this quest battle. It's actually not as hard as you might think it is. Like, yes, there is obviously going to be some level of difficulty there, but I'm just going to go over that. The one thing I could really benefit from, not the Black Lions, so yeah, Hammer of the Witches. So I need rank 23, I'm rank 18. Need to do more. But I can do it and I can win it. Obviously, Gotrek and Felix would be beneficial, but when you fight the Gotrek and Felix battle, you are for certain going to take a lot of casualties because of the way that battle is designed. You can't avoid that. Don't even try to avoid that because it's just not going to happen. Also, here I'm just going to go deal with the ogres, by the way. So let's just get some crossbowmen. End the turn. If you're wondering where Vlad is, he's been prancing around Averheim after running away from Elspeth's army. That's the thing. It's like he's low HP, he's not recovering. Isabella is going to take some time to recover. So this is how you neutralize Vlad. Like, you fight one battle that might be brutal. You hope he gets out of that battle. Chances are he will, right? Or you can auto-resolve it if you have enough strength, and then he won't be a freaking nightmare. Like, if you can get one of his armies to be isolated from the others, and you can auto-resolve it with enough strength. That's something worth pointing out. Oh, you gotta love those Drakenhof caravans. Okay, so Rebellion over here gonna break up
Just as I designed.
next turn, no
I choose
problem.
only the best.
Okay, we can get... Not sure.
The constituent elements must be strong.
One more mortar, let's just say. Right, get Drakenhof to a... No, wait with Drakenhof, do the quest battle, then get Drakenhof.
To the provinces.
We're gonna teleport to that Garden of Moor, but I want to make sure that the tree hammers are dead. Yeah, they are actually. Okay.
Harmony.
Should I get the peace agreement with her, or should I blow her up? There's pros and cons with both of those approaches.
So, this act.
He's at war with Festus. I don't care about Festus, really. Oh, I care, like, obviously I want the Empire to do well. Huh.
Marshal the men.
Yeah, I'm gonna go after Draken. But, first off, quest battles. Or quest battle.
Lina and Nuln,
Okay, so move her out of there.
rider of the dragon incarnate.
And let's do this.
These harbingers of chaos bring nothing but death and destruction to our lands. These souls may be lost, but I shall not cower while the slaughter continues. I know not what demonic horrors await beyond their portals, and I do not plan to find out. Their sacrificial rites must end now. My pale scythe will see to it, one way or another. Either it cleaves their cultist in twain to halt the foul magics of his ritual, or weakens the waiting demons by ending his victim's misery. Whatever the outcome, we will soak this battlefield in blood. and the winds of Shaiish shall blow a gale. Virtue demands we spare them no mercy.
So welcome to the battlefield. We have one of two objectives. We can either kill the Imperial units that are about to be sacrificed right here, or we can kill the casters that are doing the rituals. There's two caster lords at the top, there's two caster heroes at the bottom doing the ritual, and there is an enemy army leader. Now our starting position puts us squarely in the range of Hell Cannon artillery. There is no way we can deploy our initial deployment in such a way to prevent that. But we can spread out our troops in such a way that we don't take as much damage. There's a lot of enemy units on this particular battlefield, so dealing with all of them is going to certainly be a challenge. We're going to want to do a couple of things. We're going to want to hit some of these units. We're going to want to deal with the enemy artillery as quickly as possible. Your initial cannons, provided you've kept them alive and brought them to this particular battlefield, but your initial cannons will be able to deal with the situation right there, with this Hell Cannon in particular. The issue is going to be the other Hell Cannon that I think either I need to deal with Elspeth, or we need to... Yeah, and we're gonna deal with that with Elspeth, and just move as quickly as possible, order the cannons and all of the artillery to target this particular Hell Cannon to destroy it. So as you can see, it's already doing some damage. Let's target the other Hell Cannon because it's no longer necessary. Let's just do one spell, a Spirit Leech, because these guys, they're gonna kill the crew right there. So hopefully the cannons right there will deal with their job. We're gonna use her breath attack on that because it does have thunder armor effect, and that is obviously going to have a major impact. So one Hell Cannon destroyed. We're going to switch the mortars on the approaching enemy units. And we are going to land over here and try and not kill too many of these guys, honestly. Okay, so just drop their armor. Okay. She's gone. She's done her thing. Hell Cannon's destroyed. Switch to the giants with artillery. Hellstorms, they're gonna start targeting some of the units here. So we're gonna get another breath attack. Elspeth will be able to deal with these guys fairly quickly, and then these units will start fighting on our side. Okay, that's the first ritual. Let's go for the second one. It's the one right here. We can kill these guys pretty quickly using breath attacks. Just bear in mind. With Hell Cannon, priority is essential because you obviously do want to deal with this as quickly as possible. Put your artillery to not fire on command because we want to be able to control the flow of the battle here. Breath is going to be ready in 40 seconds, but we don't need to rush that. We're just going to drop a Spirit Leech right here. On this one, and we should have enough to be able to deal with that. If you end up in a situation where Elspeth is surrounded, just turn all of your artillery that does have range over here to help her out. She is capable, and mind you, she doesn't have any combat skill increases over here. Target those marauders with gray weapons. That's going to be some friendly fire if I'm not careful. Let's pull these guys a bit backwards right there. They are firing. I'm going to send all my heroes to help them out. Try and get that one. And send the Knights of More to also help out the situation right here.
Dark Lady of Nuln.
Let's just get that sorted out.
As Fiona fell, I call doom on them.
Alright, so Elspeth.
Spread your wings.
So get these guys to help out here against the Chaos Furies. She's gonna want to get back in there as quickly as we possibly can. And just help out things here.
Depart. Caster of Shaiish.
The graveyard.
Alright, so we use the breath attack on the siege caster. Reduce his HP. We have 300 seconds. Right there. And these guys, yeah, they're under a lot of pressure, but that's fine. They're sacrificial lambs anyway. Doing quite well. Use the engineer in this situation.
Ready for battle. That's an order. Faster. Take the ground.
Try and keep them alive, of course, undeniably. So there's a lot of benefits to that, but yeah, you can see that enemy units are coming in.
Elspeth von Draken.
Breath attack coming in.
Kill that beast. I want it.
That's not gonna work in that situation, is it? That's fine.
Shadows at my call.
Alright, they're doing a good job.
Warrior priest.
Let's withdraw the cav. Pull back, reposition the handgunners right there. And just unleash all of our artillery over here because they're gonna die anyway, so might as well make their sacrifice worth it.
All will lose more in time.
Make sure Elspeth is non-guard mode because you are gonna regret if she is.
My carmine hungers.
Sigma calls. Ready for war.
Alright, Knights of More going in. You can easily get these guys.
Spiritor of Shaiish.
Once that's great sword units, so once, or halberdiers even, once they become active, they're gonna obviously deal with this fairly easily. Make sure you save enough,
Ready to smite.
Alright, Cast Giant.
Death comes.
Pull him back. Let me take a look at something here. Yeah, Knights of More are not going to be able to handle that necessarily. Okay, another caster has been dealt with. Halberdiers are active. Cast Furies are going to be...
They walk
Uh,
beneath our shadow. Spread your wings.
Alright, obviously I would want... you get physical resistance on her in Strider, because that's obviously going to allow you to get... here very quickly. It would have been nice to get another breath attack, but that's just how it is, right?
No lingering.
Pull him back, pull him back.
Handgunners. Whippers at the ready.
Pass the
Pull all of them back.
Wizardess of Nuln.
129 seconds.
By the amethyst wind. By tooth and claw. My carmine hungers.
Alright, enemy units coming in.
We are Sigmar's heirs.
Get the spearmen with shields
At your service.
to tackle this situation. Get Witch Hunter, Warrior Priest to deal with him.
Moving fast.
To battle.
We got more units incoming even then.
The Empire
You gonna use the accusation? How is she doing? Kind of poorly, actually.
Yes. Shadows at my
79 seconds. That's all I need. Accusation is active. Handgunners are shooting. Cast Lord is gonna be destroyed. We got Chosen and Cast Warriors coming in. That's not gonna be a joke. Alright, get the guns engaged there. Start shooting at the Chosen.
We serve the Emperor.
Come on, Elspeth, do your thing. Damn it, Elspeth. She's wasting so much precious time there. Alright, Halberdiers are doing their thing there. Don't underestimate Cast Furies, there might be a joke,
Face
but
the jaws of death
yeah, they do actually a lot better than you might
to
think.
the skies! With darkness!
Maybe I should have pulled her back. Alright, most of the Chaos Army has fled. 14 seconds there, damn it, Elspeth, damn it! She keeps attacking the Chaos Furies, which obviously is not an ideal situation. Yeah, okay, so we get the Great Unclean One. Not the ideal outcome that I would have wanted, but it doesn't matter. The enemy army is destroyed, minimal casualties, victory, just not the victory I would have wanted. I think there's an argument to be made that after the first ritual, you may want to just pull Elspeth back a bit to your lines. And you can also advance towards the enemy lines, just, you know, to deal with all of this. Pretty annoying, not gonna lie, but, you know, just what is. It is what is. Here he comes, the big boy. He's a really big boy. Accusation is gonna do wonders against him. Open fire. Well, none of the sacrifices survived, but the ritual has been defeated. Yeah, I wish you would have done that earlier, Elspeth. What the hell is with your animations, girl? Yeah, it's probably because he's also a Nurgle. Okay, victory. So he's unbreakable, so it's just gonna be a case of killing him. Yeah, that's her quest battle. There's a reason I wanted to be in a good position, because I knew I was going to take a good amount of damage dealing with this particular quest battle. And that's the thing, like, it's relatively easy as a quest battle, but it's also one of those things where you are going to take some damage, like, undeniably so. So, anything else? No. Battle 1.